Here is a very quick tour of the genomics application on Facebook, and that you'll be able to publish out to main web pages as well, with a new version coming shortly. This is the main page. If you go to facebook.genomealberta.ca, you'll come up with this page where we have featured stories, ideas from users in the user community, questions that people can answer, and top news stories. There's the tab for the answers that creates that section from users. There's the ideas section. Here's a section where you can send a gene, and I've told you all about that many times. So there's the gene for male pattern baldness, which I supposedly have, but definitely don't have bald hair. There's the gene that helps you taste bitter tastes, and you just put in the name of somebody you want to send it to, and off it would go. One of the exciting parts, though, is the News tab. The News tab lists all stories that are posted on the site, and you can just scroll through them to find the stories. Or we have something called raw feeds, and these are RSS feeds that come from all over. So we have stories from Nature, stories from various PLOS journals, stories from Scientific American, Science Daily, Genome Web, just about any site that you read stories from or get a feed from, we include the stories here. And it's essentially limitless. It can go on and on and on, and it just moves stories up. And if you see a story that you find really interesting, you can say, well, I'd just like to publish that out to the site. You click Publish Genomics, and off it goes. Or you can create your own story, either that you write yourself or that you find on another site. So I've pegged one in advance from Health Day. Copy the URL, go back to your tab, insert that URL, hit return, and the application will automatically put in a headline, though in this case it's picked the main headline off the page, so what I'll do is I'll just use the actual headline for the story. And it's automatically pulled off a paragraph or so to give a summary of the story, but you can write your own just as easily. In this case, I'll just shorten it up a bit. I'll say from Health Day News. And I'd like to include a picture. We have many pictures on our site that we use, but in this case I'll just use one of their pictures. And all I'm doing is copying the image location. I'm not actually copying the image, so I don't violate any copyright. And the image location will be posted there, and the application will pull it in from somewhere else. And I hit submit, and the story now gets published out to the site. So sometime in the next few minutes it will now be added to that news list, and depending on whether users vote for it or not, it will be added into the featured news. But I can control various aspects of that featured news with an admin tab. So through that admin tab that's only available to me as opposed to users, I can lay out a template right here for various story formats and choose which stories I want to put in there. So all I do now is pull up the stories from there, and from there, and it pops in the stories. And now when I go back to facebook.genomealberta.ca, those stories have now become the featured stories. So it's actually a very flexible setup. In that admin tab, I can review stories, change stories, move stories. I can manage the members, send emails to them. I can set up prizes, see who's using it a lot, and I have a good stats package where I can look at activities, stories read, various aspects like that. So all in all, it gives me a great way to actually push news out and help create awareness for who we are, what we do, and for genetics in general. And it actually is that simple to use, and it would be nice if I could get more people involved, post more people's stories, get more information out there on genetics and genomics. And that's really all there is to it.